Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. And today I am doing a review on this iforway portable generator. This is a product when you need to charge a device on the go, whether you are traveling, you're camping, you have an event, and it's just so many great uses for using this product. I look forward to diving in, showing you some examples here of how you can use it, how the product works. And what's also nice is you can charge this device either by power in the wall, or if you have a solar panel, it can charge as well. So we're going to dive in, and let me first share with you what comes with the product. So you have the user manual, there's some additional information, and the power supply. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to plug that in a minute just to show you with the lights. And then you have this really nice case. It's kind of like a semi-hard case. And what's real nice is you can put your manual and stuff on the top pocket. You can also put the power supply. And then down below, you've got the whole section here where you could fit the generator. Let me go ahead and put that in to show you how that just fits right in. And then it's got a bungee that keeps it right in place. So let me get that almost in there. There you go. So now it is in there and you're good to go. And then you also have this section here, which you can also, if you want, use that section to put the wall charger. So it is a little bit heavy. It is about 4 pounds. So when you're thinking about taking this, just keep in mind it is a bit heavy. So I am going to move, for right now, the case out of the way because I want to show you some of the things you can do. And also it has a nice handle as well. Brought it to work, was showing some people at work, and they're like, wow, this thing is pretty amazing. Quite the product. So I'm going to also use my iPad and my iPhone as an example, and we'll dive in. So first of all, it took about 4 to 5 hours of charging time to charge it up. So that is not too bad considering you know how big the battery is. So let's talk about the power. And again, I'm going to go into and dive into some examples how you can use it. So as far as the product, it's a 154 watt, 41,600 milliamp battery pack. And that gives you an idea on the battery. And I will share with you different examples that I did with testing I have, which I'm shooting this video with my Google Pixel 2, as well as my iPhone, comparing wall charging versus charging it with the device. So as far as the device, you have the QC 3.0. Now, neither one of my devices is able to take advantage of that charge. There are some devices that have that super fast charge, but then you have the 5 volt, 2.4 amp USB connections. The one thing I wish this did have is it has a Type-C connection, and I had made a recommendation to the company that they would probably want to add Type-C to it. So I'm not sure why they didn't do that, but do keep in mind if you have a Type-C device and you have that USB adapter, you can do that. You have the power button here, and there's 2 ways you use the power. You've got this light for the flashlight. I'll show you that in a minute, and this is where you would charge up the product. So when you and before I plug it in, this is also where you can, and what's nice is you can use your laptop, and it looks like it has an international plug, so it worked just perfectly. But as far as the plug-in, so you plug that in there, and up here there are 4 lights. So that gives you the battery indicator. Now I wish it had a digital display, which would be nice, but it has the 4 lights with this one. So if it's 4 lights, it's 100%, 3 lights is 75%, 2 lights is 50%, and then when it gets down to 1 blue light, then it is at 25%, and then it will start flashing to give you an indicator to let you know that you are going to be losing power with this. So as far as taking advantage and using power, first I'll show you the light. So what you would do, this has got a little flashlight, you would press and hold that in for a couple of seconds, and it has a steady light there. If you were to press and hold it again, it's got a strobe feature where it's a strobe, and then it also has where it strobes a little faster, and one more time it goes a very fast strobe. So it's got that kind of feature. So if you're camping with this, that could come in handy. Press it again, it turns it off. The other way you use the power button is turning off the wall socket. So if I were to double press, there's a light that comes on, and now it gives me the ability to charge my, let's say, my laptop. Let me go ahead and turn it off for a second. Let me plug in my laptop, and there we go, plug it in. So it is now plugged in, and you could see there is no light on. Now if I double press it, now the light just comes on. So you could see that that's how it powers it on and off, by double pressing. Now my battery is fully charged, but the light you could see now is blue. So it's meaning that it's getting power source. And again, right underneath there is that light. Now if I double press it, let me unplug my laptop, and then again if I double press it, it powers it off. So let me get the laptop out of the way. So I wanted to just make sure you got a good feel for this product. So a number of different devices that you can plug it in, and I will put a link in the description for some other devices that you might want to consider charging, and would it have too much power that it would need. So I'll put that in the description, but it's very safe to say that you can use most electronic devices, again, your laptop, your phones, your tablets. If you have drones, you want to charge your drone. And again, there'll be some additional information. Back here, by the way, is where it allows it to have the ability to, it draws from the heat, so it protects it from overheating. So that's what that venting area is back there. So there you go. With that now, with cell phones and tablets, it just simply works as simple as just plug it in. You don't have to press anything. So if I go ahead and let me just show you here, it's now plugged in, and now it's charging. So that's it. All you need to do, and then if you unplug it, it stops charging, and then you plug it back in. It's now charging. So that's it. As well, let me go ahead. I'm going to reuse my laptop now that I think about it, just so you can see. I'm going to plug in also my iPad. So we'll go ahead and plug in the iPad. So it is now charging the iPad. And lastly, we'll go ahead and plug in my laptop. So let's see, we've got power source there. It is charging with my iPad. Let me go ahead and plug it in one more time again. So, and then also with my iPhone. So it handles the power well. So there you go. Those are different examples of how you can use the product. And again, I will put a link in the description where you can get additional information. One thing you want to make sure when you are recharging this, you want to make sure to turn that light off. So again, just double press and you're good to go there. As far as battery life, and let me share these examples for you with my iPhone as well as my Google Pixel 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in now and talk about the charging times for both my Google Pixel 2 XL as well as my iPhone. So for the Google Pixel 2 XL, I use the wall outlet, plus I use the outlet plug for the iforway, and then for the iPhone, I use USB power at the wall on my surge protector, and then I use the USB here on the iforway. So as far as the charge time for the Pixel 2, it was 7:42 a.m. It was at 77%, and at 8:30 I got up to 96%, and then I had to leave for work. For the Charging with the i4way, it started at 77% as well, and at 10:33 it got to 100%. So it gives you an idea there. And then for the iPhone 6S, when I charged it with the USB that was plugged into my surge protector into the wall, I started charging at 43% at 9:08, and 11:09 it was at 100%. And the charge here on the i4way, it was at 45%. At 9:28 a.m. it started, and at 10:42 it made it to 100%. So that will give you an idea there. It certainly takes a little bit longer with the i4way, but still not bad. So as far as battery life, I was kind of surprised for a big battery and only testing really my iPhone as well as my Google Pixel 2 XL. I went through the battery very quick and depleted very quick. In fact, others had said the same thing, that it went quick for a big battery. The good part is that it does charge it in 4 to 5 hours, so that's a plus. So we're going to the hurricane season. You never know if you're going to lose power. It can come in handy. A lot of different places that you can use it. Read the reviews. Click on the link in the description below so you could read those. If you have any questions, you can see the Q&A, and of course, you can order it. And I will try and answer any questions you have. So if this video is of help, please like it, subscribe to my channel. I'll be sure to subscribe back to yours. I really appreciate your time. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.